Hey, sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. Walked into the studio and had an equipment malfunction. Some of you might know, we're actually having a fundraiser. We're ramping up our live streaming capabilities for better, more professional, blah blah blah. Um, you're not supposed to be there. We're ramping up our live streaming, capabilities. So that includes some hardware, not necessarily software, but hardware, cameras and camera switchers, things of that nature. And so we're in the middle of a what's it called, a fundraiser. That's what it's called. We're in the middle of a fundraiser. I'll give you that information tomorrow if you don't know about it. And so some of the equipment's been coming in. So I'm like working on the studio, and one of the pieces is a new desk that'll be in next week. And so, anyway, I had a malfunction, not a wardrobe malfunction. Can't allow that to happen. Anyway, nothing's broken. I just had to fix it, and because I moved it, and then anyway, that's why I'm late. Do you even want to know about that? I mean, I wonder why Alan's late. Well, that's why I'm late. And I thought, I don't know. People say you share too much, and then others people say, I love the fact that you share. I'm just trying to keeping it real. I'm just a real boy, and I will be here tomorrow. We'll unpack some of this stuff. So today, we've been talking about random thoughts. And on Tuesday, we talked about, because Monday I had an appointment. Tuesday, we talked about, the Mass of Christ. Then yesterday, Wednesday, which was day 2, because Monday was not day 1, we talked about creatures of habit and doing things habitual. So there's a bit of a theme. Today, going with that theme, we're talking about traditions. I was a punk rocker, and so because I'm a punk rocker, obviously, I'm anti-tradition and all that. But as I've grown older and I've learned, and I don't wear just all black anymore, I realized not all traditions are bad, unless, of course, they're steeped and based on and founded, and their origins are in paganism. For example, Israel was having a problem, and they were sacrificing to goat demons, and that was a tradition that they would have. They'd go out to the field and sacrifice to goat demons. And what's wrong with that, Alan? If I have to explain that to you, well, then you really need to be watching these shows. So anyway, so Jesus even talked about traditions. So if the traditions when traditions become theology, or doctrine, right? Not theology, but when we make doctrines out of our traditions, especially our religious traditions, now we have a problem, because chances are those traditions are not based on Scripture, and they're based on the traditions of men, and they get us, and they're replacing some sort of absolute truth. So Jesus had that problem, mentions that in Mark 7. He told the Pharisees that their traditions made the Scriptures null and void. What does that mean?
The views and opinions expressed during our broadcasts are solely those of the broadcast producers, hosts, and/or guests, etc., and are not necessarily the views or opinions of the Travelog Network, its sponsors, or affiliates.